Yo, hello, YouTube. Oh, Navi.
It's too late for that, boy. You done turn on the parental advisory at 35 seconds and shit. It's good. Y'all already know the vibes, man. Y'all already know the vibes, bro. That's the Unpopular Opinion Podcast. Hope y'all enjoy y'all time here. I'm your host, Grand Hefe. That's Nova Freeman. That's Dano the Don. What's going on with y'all?
Chilling, man.
Yata, you know what it is.
Hey, we're gonna try this again. We've been having a little technical difficulties. My son poured water all in my MacBook, so now I'm having to use other laptops and all this other stuff. But we're gonna have a good show for y'all today. Make sure y'all downloading the podcast on YouTube, Real Unpopular Opinion Podcast. Make sure you download Apple Music, Spotify, Google Play, Podbeam, Stitcher. However you download your audio podcast, Real Unpopular Opinion Podcast. Website will be up and running by the end of the week, by the end of the weekend. So by Monday, the Unpopular Opinion podcast website will be up and running, fully operational, with merch and everything on the website. So y'all make sure you go ahead and support the podcast. We got a lot of stuff to get into today. Tory Lanez, Meg Thee Stallion. We talked about them last week. More reports are starting to come out since then. It's been now reported Tory Lanez reportedly, allegedly, you gotta make sure we say allegedly around here, allegedly shot Meg Thee Stallion in the foot twice, where she already had surgery. She's already been released from the hospital. Her bodyguard has came out and said if he was there, we know none of that would have happened. One of her best friends has also came out and said everybody know Tory Lanez short. He got short man syndrome. He already been had anger issues. So I'm gonna kick it to you first, Nova. What do you think really happened, man? You think he really shot on purpose, or you think it was the accident?
I mean, if he did, he did. I feel like Tory Lanez is the type of person, if you're gonna do something, he's gonna go all the way with it. But I honestly, really, like, in my personal opinion, think it's a public stunt. Like, don't be shocked if you hear a new song coming out soon. Trust me. Like, trust me.
Hey, I could see a song coming out. Dano, what you think?
I think the same thing. It's all a publicity stunt, but at the end of the day, somebody got shot, and I think there's some deep shit going on, some deep state shit going on, some conspiracy shit. But I'm not gonna go into that because this ain't the channel for that. But I think there's some conspiracy shit going on.
You think it's a conspiracy? You think it's a conspiracy with somebody getting shot?
No, I think she got shot. I think she got. Okay, this is my conspiracy.
Yeah, because I'm ready to
You
hear
think at
this.
the top real. I'm thinking, okay, this is what I'm thinking. Because when she got out the car, she was butt ass naked and shit. So I'm thinking, because she makes songs about shaking that, she was butt ass naked, bro.
She was naked
when she got out the car, bro. When she got out the car, it was on the video, bro.
Because the video I saw, she had on clothes.
Yeah,
no, bro. Go look, bro. Go look. We have the video on the other channel. On our other channel, we watched it, bro. She's butt ass naked, bro. She's butt ass naked.
What video did you see? Because when
she's getting out of the car, bro, and her hands are up, and she's stepping back, and there's blood.
What are you talking about? She got on clothes,
bro. Watch the video, bro. I guarantee.
I watched the video, bro. Like I watched the video. You talking about the video that Nova sent in the group chat? That she had on clothes. What are you talking about?
I'm not talking about that one. Let me. Shit, where's that?
I mean, this boy right here.
Keep talking. I'm gonna try to show it. I'm gonna try to show it real quick. I'm gonna try to show it.
Bro,
she had on like some pink clothes. It was more nude clothes.
I'm sure you.
Dano might be right. I think they was just blocking it out. She was butt naked, bro.
Hold on.
She was butt naked, bro. Hold up. Yo, she was naked. She was naked, bro. Hold up.
I ain't even got my phone.
That's crazy. Hey,
hold on. Because what they
bro, but she butt ass naked. I'm gonna tell you what's in the video. We reviewed this shit, bro. We reviewed this shit. Me and my girl reviewed it. Her first video on our channel. We reviewed this shit. She's butt ass naked. She's stepping back, and then she.
Yeah, I know a video you're talking about.
A little bit.
I know a video.
And then you can see the blood trail from her foot. But then you see that other girl come out. This is what I'm saying. We came to the conclusions. 3 things could have happened. 3 things.
Yo,
one,
it was fucking, bro.
Well, something was going on, but that's what I'm saying, bro. Think, why was she the only one naked in that bitch? And she was supposedly in the backseat with that other girl. My girl said she thinks maybe they were trying to rob her. I say, in the industry, when girls is kind of out there, they're kind of out there. I don't know if I feel like she's kind of like a tougher female. And then if someone tried to take advantage of her, she's like, oh no, fuck that. And Tory Lane's little man syndrome, he's like, oh, okay, bitch. And then he ain't gonna give the hand. No offense, I don't think he'll give the hands to her because he's little, and I heard she's a stallion.
Yeah, but what that got to do with it though? Like,
bro, she butt ass naked, bro. I feel like that's why I say there's 3 things could have happened. Okay, someone could have done something to her. One of the simplest thing where all these parties are innocent is someone else attacked her and shot her in her foot. And then Tory Lanez came and tried to save the day.
Hold on. There were only 3 people in the car, bro. 3 people.
No, exactly. But that could have still happened. I'm saying, this is why I'm saying there's 3 different stories that could have happened. And I only see it being possible with these 3 stories. And that one is really fishy. So you call out whatever you want in these stories. But okay, and then the second one, that girl who was in the back could have shot her. And then Tory Lanez took the blame because he's just a nigga. And maybe he didn't even take the
blame. But we already know that didn't happen because
what do we know happened though?
Hold on, wait, because you're talking conspiracy here. I'm talking about what we know, what we already know to be facts already. The girl has
already what happened?
Hold on,
what happened?
Wait. The girl has already spoken out. Meg has already spoken out. So clearly it wasn't the friend.
Do you know what she said at first when she went to the hospital? She told them that she stepped on glass until she had to go get the bullet taken out.
And do you really think, and do you know why she told them that, Dano? Because when you tell somebody at the hospital that you got shot, who is the first people that they call?
No, and I believe all that, but right there, why are you gonna take what she's saying later as the truth? What if she's still hiding something? If she's hiding something 1 point, maybe she's hiding it later too, bro. It's not that far-fetched to think because maybe it's some deep shit going on. Tory Lanez is deeper industry than her. I don't fucking know how that shit works. I'm not that deep in this motherfucking shit. So I'm just, like you said, a conspiracy because I don't have the real story. Nobody does, bro. There's 4 stories.
I'm not saying we do have all the facts.
But that's why I was saying the 3 stories that I think could have happened. And that's why I said there's 3 stories on what I think could have happened. I didn't say that's what happened.
So we already
no, the second one, okay, the girl, you didn't even let me finish. The second one was the girl in the back shot her, and then Tory Lanez, it was his car, and the gun was in his car, and he got put down for it because he already got gun charges in the past. Okay, now the third one is Tory Lanez might have tried to do something he shouldn't have done because she is butt-ass naked, and then when she didn't give him what she wanted, he shot her in the foot. There's only 3 ways it could have went. That's what I'm saying. There's only 3 ways it could have went.
What you think about his 3? What you think about his 3 conspiracy, his 3 scenarios on what possibly could? I won't call them conspiracies because I don't think that's not really conspiracy. They're just
scenarios. It's just hypothesis. It's opinions. 3 opinions. Yeah, it's not real, but it's just opinions on what could have happened.
What do you think of his three scenarios?
I don't think none of them add up, honestly, in my opinion.
I don't either. I don't care. But go ahead.
But what I'm gonna tell you, and that's no offense against you, Dano. That's no offense against you. But what I will say,
hey, fuck his feelings. We don't care about his feelings over here. We don't care about nobody's feelings. We don't spare nobody, not even mine. We don't spare nobody over here.
But what I will say is like, yo, like things are really simple when it comes to shit like this, bro. Really simple, like.
What do you think?
This was just a case of celebrities going out and having too much fun.
I can agree.
But that didn't explain anything that happened, though. She's butt ass naked and she got shot in the foot.
You know what this remind me of? This remind me of like.
But Megan Thee Stallion is always halfway butt ass naked, like that. Like that's who she is. Like even
but she
even
is
before,
naked
even
and she got shot in the foot. I think what I'm saying is what could have happened. You guys are saying like more so a conspiracy.
No,
you guys are saying a conspiracy.
Wait,
you are saying what happened. You guys are just saying.
Look at the facts. The facts was what we do know is when she got on live before any of this happened, when everything was all good, she was in a fucking pool. Half naked already.
Her and Kylie.
Yeah, because she was at a what was it? Whose party was that? She was at what's her name's party?
She was at Kylie's
yeah.
party. My thing is, if an argument happened and they will rush out of the house, like to get out the house, if they were rushed to get out the house, I can imagine she was still either in a bikini or half naked. You know what I'm saying?
But she wasn't.
But that's what I'm saying. And if something happened at the party, think that's the third one. If something happened at the party and then Tory Lanez was trying to help and he had a gun on him, then that's why I'm saying there was 3 scenarios. But
from the video,
the gun don't matter.
From the video that I watched when she's.
That's what I'm saying. In the third scenario, the gun is just there because Tory Lanez just has a gun. A lot of people have guns. It doesn't mean he shot her with it in that third scenario. But that's why I say I give those 3 scenarios so people can think about it in different.
What I think is right. If they got in a real argument or some shit, like some drunk argument shit, which it looked like he was getting on her nerves in that live video, right? Not to like take up too much time about this subject, you feel me? Mm-hmm. What happened was, I can imagine they got in an argument or whatever. Some bottles of champagne or whatever must have been thrown or broken or whatever the case may be, and her foot was cut. Now, the whole she got shot in the foot thing came up because this nigga Tory had a fucking gun in the car, but they only got pulled over because they were leaving Kylie's house. And niggas knew that they were in an argument in a fucking neighborhood where people don't argue out in the public.
But the problem is that she had to go back to the hospital and get the bullet taken out.
It wasn't no fucking bullet, bro. That's the media.
There really wasn't, bro?
Bro, she had to step on.
If you say there wasn't, bro, I believe you. I'm being honest. I'm being 100. The only reason that I believe it was a bullet was because of where the story.
If Megan shot and Tory Lanez shot her, bro, we will all like 100% know it. Like, you know,
and not
it literally says it all through the bro. It says it everywhere. And it says it everywhere, bro.
Not to mention, if she really got shot, bro, like, and it was really.
I don't know, bro. Now y'all are having conspiracies right now, because if y'all the ones right here saying the media.
But how is it conspiracy though? And you haven't even heard what I said. How can it be a conspiracy?
No, when you say that she didn't get shot, and that's what the media is saying. That's what a conspiracy is.
This is what I'm gonna say. If Tory Lanez really shot her intentionally, we would have already heard about it as being something more than what it was. And the reason why I say that is because if there was really friction, if there was really static between them two, and he just shot, like, you don't accidentally shoot nobody in the foot. Like let's just be real. In an argument, in a confrontation, you don't accidentally shoot nobody. If you shot him, it literally, you had to do it on purpose. So I feel that he didn't really shoot her on purpose if he was the one that shot her. You know, I'm going to say she got shot. I'm going to say she did get shot. But I'm going to say if it was that big of a deal, we would have already heard, and she would have already said that. When you read her response the day after she got out of the hospital, she said, I want to address the rumors that I got that I went to jail. No, I was treated for gunshot wounds. I had surgery and all of that. So if Tory Lanez, to me, now her bodyguard came out and said, something. Her best friend has come out and said something. But until I hear concrete facts that Tory Lanez shot her, I'm gonna be under the assumption that it was just an accident. And being that it was his car, his gun, you're gonna take that rap. That's just how it is. That's how it is, bro. That's how it is.
That woman did not get shot, bro.
Nah, you don't think she got shot?
Bro, she got shot, bro. She got shot, bro.
Something
That's the
had
thing.
to happen where the fact that once she got out that car,
This
she
is the
could
problem.
put pressure on her foot. Like we
The
know
thing
that.
is, there's two different sides of this too, because you have to understand. For one, we're taught not to snitch. We're taught not to go to talk to the police, and for two, we're already taught that when you get into that industry lifestyle, there's a lot of secrets. So that's two things that we have to think about. I feel like at the end of it all, and that's why I feel like she's not really able to tell the truth on what happened, because the thing is, yeah, she hasn't said anything about it, bro. She really hasn't said anything concrete about it. She's
No, she hasn't said much.
And she's given a lot of around the bush answers to just kind of water the media with something.
Which
Because
is
she
the
can't.
reason why I think that he wasn't that it was an accident. Because if somebody shoots you, bro, like, because despite what you're saying, right? We are talking about a female and a male here. We ain't talking about two niggas on the block, you know what I'm saying, that got, you know what I'm saying, that's been beefing over territory, over turf. We're talking about a female and a male. No matter how tough you think somebody is, you've been ingrained to not talk to the police. She didn't have her bodyguard around to prep her on anything. She didn't have no lawyer to prep her on anything. So the fact that she's actually protecting Tory Lanez lets me know something different. Because, like I said, we're talking about a female and a male here. We're not talking two males. We're not talking two niggas that got beef. We're talking about a potential couple here. People that went to the party together as one or as two, however they want to say it. And the fact that she came out
on that point that you're saying about her being a female, do you not feel like a lot of females have adapted to the male role in today's society in their mental mindset, taking into perception the feminist movement and people like that? You don't think women feel like they just
not on this
niggas?
topic. Not on this topic. In the household, they think they run whatever. Yeah, that's cool. Or they think that, oh, I don't need no nigga for nothing. Yeah, that's cool. But this is different when you're talking about being
I
in a
don't know,
jam.
bro. Because you have to think.
Hold on. We're talking about being in a jam. Some of the realest motherfuckers are fold when they get in the jam. So yeah, I get what you're saying. You're talking about women. They taking on this role, which I agree. The women ain't like they used to be. But we're talking about being in a jam with the law, and I like, unless you really,
And I understand what you're saying, but you also understand. Think about this perception. Think about her family members, the dudes in her family members that may be her family members that could go have her back and do something to them. How many of us would take the law into our own hands because we don't feel like shit's gonna really happen? And there's a lot of ifs in this, and until we get a real answer, we're not gonna have the answer. And that's it.
Let's say I entertain the fact that she got shot, right? If she got shot, don't you like I don't know, someone just telling me maybe she shot herself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just around.
And that makes sense too.
I really feel as if this was like,
I can see that too. I can entertain that.
You know?
I can entertain that. Just based off of what is out there now, but we don't have enough that's out there now. So for now, we'll leave it right there. We'll see what happened. As for now, Tory Lanez has posted bail. I have not heard anything about him being out yet, but he did post bail. Just because you post bail don't mean anything. Let's move on though. Dallas PD, man. Dallas PD was under a lot of fire for what these like a few days or weeks or so about a case of a guy that they said didn't have a gun, but they released video footage today or yesterday, I believe it was, showing that the guy did in fact shoot twice at an officer that was coming right towards him. She don't need no height. Um, I don't know. I don't know about people shooting themselves. You'll be surprised what
Meg
people
ain't all
do.
that. Meg ain't all that. I'm sorry. Meg
Nah, I
ain't
ain't really a fan either. I mean, all that. I ain't really a fan of all that, bro.
if she
Like,
ain't shaking her ass, she ain't making no cash.
hey, when she first came out, now she was raw, but I don't know. It's a little beat down. But anyways, going back to the video footage showed one of the guys shooting back at shooting first at the officer when obviously we know how it is when a black person gets shot, and everybody think that he's unarmed. Everybody gonna rush to social media, which was the case in this Dallas PD situation. Everybody rushed to social media saying that this guy was innocent, that he didn't shoot at the officer. Well, come to find out, he actually did. Does this dilute? Or does this basically make you overthink or rethink um some of these killings involving unarmed black men? Do you think that this now is going to be a trend, or do you think this is just like a one-time situation? No, I'm gonna kick it to you first.
I mean, it's hard to say, man. Again, it's a sensitive subject. But I mean, I feel like these aren't the last of those days, but these are definitely the um the ending of those days. Like I just feel like people are going to be taken accountable for their actions here on out. As you see, like Dallas PD is under fire, like heavy. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's good to see that people are applying pressure in this way, but I definitely feel as if we still got a long way to go because, as you see, people are still bold enough to be who they are. You know.
Exactly. Dano, since you're the one that shared this in the group, what did you want to point out as it relates to this video? What did you
Which one, bro?
the Dallas PD situation? You ain't been paying attention?
Bro, I'm trying to look at all the information, bro. I'm sorry.
No.
I see how hard it is to do this shit now.
I know. Cause you can't focus on doing one thing. You just like you get lost in the sauce. Uh, what is your angle from? What is your angle? Because I know you always have an angle, and I know when you bring up situations such as this, I know that you have alternative motive as to why you
is this,
thought that
is
this
this
was important.
what when the police shot the dude?
Yeah, when what you shared to us in the group. Why did you think that was important?
Okay, I wanna ask.
Boy,
Do you think
are you straight?
bro? I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm trying to pay attention to this other stuff too.
You ain't even
But
doing nothing. I don't see no comments on the screen. I don't see no camera moving. I don't see you ain't doing nothing. Nova, am I tripping, bro? Am I tripping? Cause I don't see
I
him
want to
doing
ask.
nothing.
Do
He
you
talking about
think
he
the police
focusing
were
on
wrong?
something.
Do you think the police were wrong for? I want to ask you. Do you think the police were wrong for shooting them that many times?
Of course, the police wasn't wrong for shooting them when they got shot at twice. Of course, they wasn't wrong.
All
So
right.
that's what I asked you. What is your angle?
My angle was, if you go into the comments of that video, a lot of people were saying that the police were wrong for that, and I don't. I
Was this
see.
before or well? It don't really matter. Go ahead.
No, and I just wanted to make sure you didn't have that same perception. I didn't feel like you would, but because the way I look at it, it was a lot like the other one in a sense. And
A lot
when
like the other one. What other one?
where
Don't ever
with the
compare Rayshard Brooks to this, and that's what you're talking about.
bro,
Don't do that.
it's really similar. The only difference is
It's
he had
not
a gun,
similar,
bro.
bro.
It's
It's
really
not similar.
similar, bro. It's
It's not
really
similar.
similar.
You're talking about a
The
video.
only difference
What? Hold
is
on. You're talking about a video in the Dallas PD situation where they were going to arrest a guy, and his friend said, "You ain't gonna take my nigga," and he pulled out a gun, not a taser, a gun, and shot twice.
Yeah, but how can you? The problem is, bro, in the same moment, how can you tell what the dude, even with the taser, had? That's what I'm asking.
First off, it's totally different situations because one guy had a taser running in the opposite direction of police. In the other video, you got somebody pulling out a gun, aiming it at a police officer head that was literally 3 feet away from him. Luckily, he
where did he? Okay. Now exactly what you said. Now imagine you literally just said the same thing. So wasn't he about 3 feet away from the dude when he shot the taser at him at his head?
He was running away from the officer.
But did he shoot the taser at him like this? Did he shoot?
Running away. And
Did
the
he
officer
shoot?
knew he had a taser because it was already said. So no, it's not the same. You can say what you want to say,
bro. It's
but
very
you can't convince me that somebody with a taser running away from the officers is the same as somebody with a pistol shooting at the officer. Like, you can't tell me that that's the same situation. I don't care what you say.
It's not the same situation. It's similar.
That's what you just said, though. You just said it's the same. Is that not what he said?
I said it's similar. I said it's similar.
Did he not say it's the same situation? That's what you said. You can't tell me somebody running away, fleeing. You can't tell me that person is the same. It's the same. What I guess amount of threat level. It has the same threat level as somebody literally pointing a pistol 3 feet away from you, rather than somebody running away with a taser that you already know they got a taser. It ain't like you didn't know they had a taser. I know you didn't think he had a gun because you had already sat there. You had already got his information. He told you where his sister stayed. He told you everything. He told you everything. This man was running away, and you telling me that's the same as somebody shooting an actual pistol, an actual with real bullets. That's what you're telling me. I'll turn this podcast off right now. If that's what you're saying. Boy, don't do that.
It's obviously not the same. In the moment when somebody's shooting, bro, people get shot for shooting pellet guns.
I don't care what people get shot for.
Similarity, bro. When you're shooting at the police, bro, they're gonna do the same thing no matter what you're shooting, bro. They're gonna shoot at you. That's what
that makes it right, though. Right? That makes it right?
What
do you mean it makes it right? Obviously, it don't make it right. It's never right for someone to.
This is like, but I want to hit on something because I believe it was 2 episodes ago when we talked about this. Like when we talk about Ray Sharbrooks, right?
Yeah.
Damn.
I was saying these cops need to realize that they are the ones in power. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like these cops are running out here scared.
Scared as a bitch. Scared as hell. How you a police officer but you scared?
Scared. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, people don't know what to do with that power. So it's either 1, they abuse it, or 2, don't know what to do with it at all. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like you said, timid in a way, just ready to just like you know what I'm saying? Like
so do you think what he's saying is true? Do you think that it's basically what he said was the same threat level? You didn't use those words, but that's what you're saying.
It's not. No, because what you're doing is over stimulating what I'm saying too much. You're not thinking in the moment. The problem is this is what I'm. This is the only point I want to express more than anything. When we watch videos, we have God mode. We can see everything. We can even slow down the video. We can rewind that bitch. We can say, oh, he should have done this. He should have done that. In the moment, people need more training to handle those second interactions because he shouldn't have got killed. But what I'm saying is it's similar in the extent where the dude turned around and shot at him. Whether we say yes or no, of course, the taser isn't going to kill him like a gun is going to kill him. But in the same,
so you understand the use of force, right?
So here. Let's further walk down this. Let's further walk down this pathway. Let's say the same dude who just got shot at. Let's say he actually fought with the police, right? And he took the police's taser and ran away. But instead of shooting him with the taser, he shot him with the gun. Would the policeman be wrong then?
Hold on.
What I'm asking, bro, is
let's make all things equal since you're trying to make it equal. Do this officer know, like he know in the Rayshard Brooks case, that this man has that he's shooting a taser? Because that's what happened, bro. This man didn't have
he
no
said he
other
has
weapon.
my taser, bro.
Rayshard Brooks,
Okay, let's say
in
this.
that case,
Let's say
the
this.
officer
Let's
said
say,
he has my taser. He has my
okay,
taser. You hear him
imagine
say
this.
that. So
Imagine
you
I
know at
walk
that
up.
point
Here,
it's
let
no
me
threat
say
to you.
this. Imagine I walk up to you with a gun, right? I got a gun, and then you got a knife, and I take your knife with my gun, and then a nigga says he took my knife. Does that mean I don't have my gun no more? That I can still have my gun. And then the nigga didn't have a gun. But the
So
thing
now you
is,
want to
we
play
have God
hypothetical.
mode. We
So
can
now you
see
want to
he
play
didn't have none
hypothetical.
of that. The
So
police
now
didn't
we're
know
playing
that
hypothetical.
shit, bro. I don't think he should have died, but in the same moment, even when you're shooting at somebody, because someone did argue with me earlier saying, okay, why would, if someone shot, they're not usually going to shoot in the foot. And then I said, that's true, but that's as nice as I could get with it. And it sounds bad, but sometimes it's just how it is. Every race would get the same treatment, is all I'm saying. And that's why I said that, because you're gonna tell me if a white guy, bro, we could pick up for that, bro. Any race, and you okay?
So you tell me a white man would have took that man taser, he would shot him?
Bro,
Yeah,
come on,
yeah,
dog. And like we
yeah.
haven't seen 1,000 examples. Like
Okay, okay. When they went and first started talking to the dude, did they seem racist?
Yeah, no.
Why would
When
they
they
know?
first started talking to him, did they seem racist?
Do they ever seem racist when they first start? I mean, come on, bro. Like,
Yes,
what are you talking about?
yes,
No, what are
yes,
you talking about?
yes, bro. Yes, yes, yes.
Put
Nigga,
yourself.
I've been beat up by the police because they're racist, bro. You can tell from the jump, bro.
Put yourself in that cop's shoes. And you was that cop that got your gun, your taser taken.
He's not the one who shot the dude, though. It was the other fat cop that was back there, bro.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do though? What are you gonna do? You gonna scream out? You gonna scream out? He got my taser. Like get him, or you gonna like, what's up? What you gonna do? Or you gonna like handle him right in the first place and not let him?
Okay, now this is the thing. This is the thing. So were they both wrong, or was the guy who shot wrong?
They were all wrong. All three of them.
Even the officer who got his taser took him from him, and he was chasing him, and he just said, "He has my taser." He was wrong.
Listen,
he said he had his taser from the moment.
No, because I said who was wrong in this situation, and
the cop who shot. The cop who shot.
I think the most innocent person in the situation. Hear me out. The most innocent person in the situation was the police who got his taser taken.
There are two people wrong in the situation. There's two people wrong in the situation. One was Rayshard Brooks. I said that the first day we talked about it, that we can't sit up here and act like he was a saint. He did resist arrest.
It's beyond. We're not even talking about him anymore.
Wait. But you telling me a guy he deserved to lose his life because he took a taser? There was two people wrong. Rayshard Brooks and the officer that shot him. Why? Because the officer that shot him also had a taser. And do you understand the words of use of force? That means if Dano has a taser,
how was he going to use his taser?
Wait, Dano. That means if Dano has a taser, I don't shoot Dano with a gun.
Not both police, just the one who got his taser taken, because I do think the one who he did take a little excessive force, but
the one that shot him. What are you talking about?
Yes.
No, I said the one who got his taser taken was the most innocent person in the situation. That's a whole different person than who shot the man.
That's why I said there's two people wrong. The officer that shot him.
No, exactly.
They all wrong. They all wrong.
They don't have no training, so that just excuse them. Lack of training just excuse them for.
And it don't excuse it, bro. It don't excuse it. I do think that guy should get reprimanded.
So what are we talking about?
Bro, what I'm talking about is I still feel like we have to be accountable for the decisions we make, no matter what color we is. If we're gonna take the police's shit, we gotta be accountable for what they do, bro. It's just like anything.
Then we should
no. Bro, and that you trying to take an extremist view, just like, bro, it's not. I don't know how to explain it, bro.
The police is trained professionals. They are trained professionals.
Period.
So they are trained in situations
To keep the community safe. To keep the community safe.
Oh my God.
They are trained in those type of situations. You think,
bro.
This is the first time somebody's ever taken a police taser? Is this the first time that's ever happened?
No.
So that means since it's not the first time this has happened, according to
you think this is the only time do you think anyone else has been killed for doing the same thing?
I'm sure they have.
You don't think it's real convenient how it all came out when it did?
What's the point though?
The point is it's just the media trying to make everything racist, bro. It's racist.
Right or wrong.
Bro, no, I'm telling you why this is pushed out this way. Because it wouldn't even be a big thing. If a white dude did the same thing, nobody would be talking about it.
You're right, because he'll be alive.
No, I said if the same thing happened, a white dude, if everything the same happened, but it was a white guy, nobody would be talking about it. Because they'll be like, yeah, that nigga was crazy. That's that white people shit. No, he wouldn't, bro. No, he wouldn't. White people die of the police too, bro.
Who said they didn't?
You right now, because you keep saying they would be alive. So that means it never happened, bro.
You asked me about a specific situation, right? One specific.
At the end of the day,
one situation, right? You asked me one specific information, situation, right? One scenario, right? One scenario. So I answered your question to that scenario. So no, I didn't say white people don't get killed by the police. You asked me about a specific scenario. I gave you an answer to that specific scenario.
But that is okay. So if a white guy didn't, so you think if a white guy pulled out a taser or whatever else and tried to put it,
if a white guy had a taser, he will not die.
Okay, even though it's nighttime, because this is the thing, we have God mode. I have to keep putting that out there. We have God mode when we see it on the computer screen.
We don't have God mode when we.
But actually, that would actually be a good argument for you right now, to be honest, because actually I haven't seen a lot of videos where white people be having some big ass guns or a knife or something, and then they just get taken down.
My taser.
So that
they already knew he didn't have a weapon. They had already did all of that when they approached him and got everything else. The officer said, he has my taser. He's no threat to you, my guy. Running away. Say what you want to say. You're talking about what Dano the Don would do. We're not talking about what the police, what Atlanta PD should be doing because they get training on this.
And Dano.
But do you think anywhere in their training it tells you to let them run away?
There's been white suicide bombers who's been taken alive.
And now you talking. Like that nigga, that white dude who walked into that church and killed all those black people, and they took him peacefully.
So you're telling me
that's some good thing you can talk about. Huh?
So you're telling me a white person with a taser wouldn't die? But we've seen mass killing. We've seen people go walk in schools and kill freaking.
But it's been the same on both ways,
they caught alive.
But then look at the black serial killers too. They just don't kill serial killers, bro. I hate to say it. It's race, nigga. They kill serial killers, bro. Look at any race. They don't. This is deep in the race,
bro. Seen with a gun get taken alive?
That's a deep in the race thing. Evil don't get killed in this world, bro. That's the deeper thing about it.
Have you seen get taken alive after they had a gun? Please tell me.
How many black people? A lot, bro. All my homeboys.
Name them. Because we can sit here and name all.
I'm not, bro.
We can't name the names,
bro. There's a lot of my homeboys. A lot of my homeboys go to jail, bro, for guns, bro. And you can think I'm lying or not, bro.
What were they doing? What were they doing with their guns?
Nothing, bro. Nothing.
My point. I'm talking about people that is literally a threat. Like we're talking about right now, right? We're talking about Rayshard Brooks. You say he had a taser. So the officer, is quick thinking. He's supposed to be, he don't know all this. So I'm talking about in that situation, in a situation like that, or a situation like Dylan Roof, or a situation like the guy that killed all them people in Colorado at the movie theater, or the person down in Sandy Creek, or we're talking about the Vegas shooter. How many of those people? How many times will a black person in their situation get taken alive, Dano? That's what I want to know. How many times in those situations will a black person live?
I'm gonna make you think about something even deeper than this, and it's
Thank
the
you.
same concept.
Zoom in right there. Zoom in
Evil
right
doesn't
there.
get killed
Zoom in
because
right there.
because you're not thinking about this. How many niggas in the hood do you see that kill plenty of niggas and still go to jail?
Because it don't matter.
They don't care about killing. They don't care about them killing other niggas. That's why. What are you talking about?
So how can you prove, bro? You can't prove either way, bro. Okay. You're not seeing the point, because the thing is, I don't know how you're not seeing my point. It's
I
deeper
would
than
never
race,
see your
bro. It's
point.
evil.
The reason why
Evil
I
is
can't see your
evil.
point.
Don't get killed, bro.
The
Because
reason why I can't
black
see your
and white
point
serial
is
killers
because
don't
you
get
see it
killed.
on the TV.
Like,
You
because
see
the
it all
same.
the
This
time.
is the problem. This is the problem, bro. When we think of white serial killers, we know their names and shit, but we all know niggas in the hood that do kill people, and they do it. It's kind of like serial killers if you go to real hoods, but we don't know their name like that. Let's be real. But nobody talks about that shit, and then they get arrested and go to jail for life. I know somebody personally, and I'm not gonna. I know somebody personally who's a black man who killed somebody and he's in jail. Like, we have to stop acting like only white people get apprehended without getting killed, because it is a problem how they treat us when we are apprehended, because I dealt with it, bro. I got the first time I really got arrested and got locked up, I got beat up by 5 or 6 policemen, and I went home crying when I was getting out. And my dad straight up told me, "Oh, I already told you about this. I told you about this. I told you." And I was crying like a bitch.
You know what this conversation is the equivalent of? But what about black on black crime? What about black on
If
black
you say
crime?
so, bro. If you say so, bro.
That's what this conversation is the equivalent
No,
of.
because
Just like
we
you
have to
just
care
said.
about all
Just
lives,
like
bro.
you just
We
said
have to
right
care
there.
about all of our black lives. This is only talking about our black lives, bro. This shit can go deeper than that. You know that. But we have to care about it on
It
different
really can't
levels,
go
bro.
deeper
We
if your
can't play
argument is
we
emotional.
can't play victim
I've
forever,
only been
bro.
talking about
We can't
facts
play
for you.
victim. That's what it really is. We can't play victim anymore, bro, or
Hey,
we will
hey
stay the
Nova.
victim.
Hey Nova, I knew this is the angle that he wanted to go at when he sent me that video. That's why I asked him, bro, what angle are you trying to go? Because I know him, bro. Like I know him. And I knew this is what he was trying to do. Which is the reason why I kicked it off to you first, because I know he was gonna come on some nut ass shit talking about some goofy ass. You know what? We gonna move on, bro. We gonna move on. We Nick Cannon, bro. Nick Cannon under fire for basically saying that black people are superior, black people are Semitic people, black people are stronger, black people have pigmentation or melanin in their skin, their pigmentation that causes them to basically act like we're the superior race, and white people don't have as much melanin, so they are less of a people, to use his words. Then he came back out and he apologized yesterday, and I thought his apology was pretty weak. He came out and then he said something about his he offended an entire race of people or something like that, and then his own people turn on him, and he's done with America. Y'all can have it and all this, blah 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 blah. Nova, what you got? What you think, man? Do you think, one, two-part question, is what he's saying, does it have some truth to it? And two, do you think he should apologize? Dano, same question for you right after.
Well, I'm gonna say this. As a man, if you're gonna say something, stand by it. But what I think he did wrong was, much like the Sean Jackson, was put a piece of content out there with the name behind it without proof or legislative or just some type of concrete standing behind the what you're saying. And I feel like, yo, it's never about what you're saying, it's how you do it. So it's like, bro, if you would have said the same thing, instead of saying that shit, actually put some action behind what you're doing, i.e., put some money towards the actual program to teach people these things. Well, like it's the easiest solutions, but people would rather say shit, right? Use their platform to gain clout, you know what I'm saying? And when it backfires, it's let me see if I could try to save whatever I can. And by that time, it was too late. You lost your job. Now 50 Cent talking about something. I'm about to put up a whole new show with your whole idea, this, that, and the third, which is like just like they've been beefing for the longest since way back when. But, but my thing is, he's setting himself up for this. Like again, like because of that reason, we have so much melanin. We feel we're always right. We feel we always know the best thing to do, right? I feel like it gets to our head, especially somebody like Nick Cannon, who was very successful in his career. Now that I think about it, like he was very successful young, and he gained a lot of clout real fast. Like you know what I'm saying? But I really feel as if yo, if you're gonna do something, bro, you don't say why you have to say that like just do some shit, like put some action behind it. That's how you build a brand. Like real
I can most definitely get behind that. I can get behind that. Dana, what you got?
Shit. I feel like Nick Cannon is in a sticky situation, and it's all up to him how he's going to get himself out of it. Because if he's smart,
it's too late.
nah. I mean, because now with Diddy said he wants to get him on his station. I know it ain't a big platform, but that's something that could.
The idea is tainted. He needs a whole new platform, bro. He got to start over from scratch, and that's what they knew, bro.
I actually wouldn't disagree with that because he is big enough to do that.
I disagree.
I don't disagree that he could do that. But this is the thing.
Did you watch
the thing?
The regular
This is the thing.
Any of y'all, and Dano, Hefe, like any of y'all watch Wildin' Out on the regular? Like
I watch it every now and then when it's on.
Yeah. I watch it.
It's always on, but I'm saying if I happen nothing else is on and I happen to scroll by and it's
like when I'm going to sleep. When I'm going to sleep, I watch it. It's one of them shows you just dazing in and out of. But
either way,
I think there's two ways he can go about it. If he wants to build his own name, then he should build his own platform. If he wants to do it more, no, yeah, but I mean, just build it for. When I say his own name, I mean like to Sony or some shit like that. Even though it'll never really get to that. But you know what I'm saying?
It's big though.
In a sense, it is. But listen, but then if he goes with P Diddy, he does it more for the community in an aspect that our community is going to follow that and it's going to build that more. I guess more so than just for P Diddy, but for culture.
What you got?
Kind of like.
I'm gonna draw two.
Kind of like Jay-Z.
I'm gonna draw two comparisons: Steve Jobs with Apple, and Tom Brady with the Patriots.
I just don't think I don't.
And it is two different situations. Steve Jobs, he was kicked out. Mm-hmm. Tom Brady, it was his decision, but he was kind of forced out in a way.
Forced out. Mm-hmm.
You know, leave it up.
I just.
So what I'm gonna say is, right, that was coming. Like that, like it just didn't have to happen in this dramatic phase, but he drew the straw that broke the camel's back by him coming out with those statements. You know what I'm saying? Like think like see past seeing, like you know what I'm saying? It's still a business. That idea was and like that's why I asked y'all 2 seconds ago, did you watch it? No, you don't. You know what I'm saying? You don't have the presence of mind to be like, oh, let me turn on. Nobody does anymore, and they know that. It's not profitable.
No, I see what you're saying. Like it's the first thing you think about, like, oh, let me go watch Wild 'N Out. I see what you're saying.
But see, that's why I kind of disagree with the whole premise. Nick Cannon got enough money to do his own thing, but not only that is I don't feel he should have apologized. What are you apologizing for?
Right, and that's why I brought up the Tom Brady situation. That's why it was like I wanted to draw the comparison to Steve Jobs as far as like you feel me, niggas wanted him out of there, but I'll draw the comparison with Tom Brady, especially for that reason, right?
Yeah, it's just for me. It's just like, what did you apologize for? And I said this about
You know,
4 episodes ago before you came on with us. Before you came on with us, right? I said this. I said a lot of these celebrities are only supporting. They will only support their own people when it's cool to do so, when it's fashionable. Everybody can go ahead and tweet they support. Oh man, fuck all these white people. They always holding us down. Our people this, our people that. They can do that on social media all day long because it's they're gonna get applauded by the masses. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. See, he's speaking up. Now we need this person to speak up. Now we need this person to speak up. But when that money is affected, are you really down to ride for the cause? Are you really ready to stand in that fire and be crucified? Are you really? Because let's be honest with you. The only people that was canceling Nick Cannon are white people. Viacom was the one that said, "Nah, you're done," which is the reason why P Diddy reached out. Which is the reason why P Diddy say you're gonna be fully supported over here. It was a reason why everybody of color was coming out in supporting of Nick Cannon. Why? Because a lot of us has actually read the Bible where it actually says some of the same stuff that he was actually saying. Deuteronomy 7:6. You know who the chapter of Deuteronomy was written to? Was written to the Israelites. Well, if you know anything about Israelites, you can't just be brought into being an Israelite. Israelite is a bloodline. It's like I can't all of a sudden be white because I am who I am. So if you will actually read, there's plenty of scriptures. He said black people are Semitic people. Well, everybody in the book looked like us. Song of Solomon 1:5. He said, "I am black but comely," which means black and beautiful. Don't we all say the same shit? Don't we say that? So I don't feel he had nothing to apologize for. I think you felt weaker or you look weaker, just like Deshaun Jackson coming out and apologizing for the truth. Why are we apologizing for the truth? When have they ever apologized for telling us the truth? They ain't never had to do that. But all of a sudden, we feel the need to apologize for telling the truth. That makes no sense to me. That makes zero sense to me. So when I say I don't think Nick Cannon need to start over, I said that because the apology is really what killed him. Because he could have easily went over to P Diddy, the network. He could have easily took that offer, and he could have been just as successful as he would have been on MTV. Why? Because he didn't back down. He didn't speak his mind and then jump off the pole whenever them dollars start getting cut. Because see, that's really what it is. Everybody tough. Everybody can. Oh yeah, black people are the Israelite. We the people of the Bible. Until them white folks don't like that and they start cutting that money. Then let's see how you act. Let's see how you act then. And now we see how Nick Cannon. We see how he react. Well, he obviously couldn't stay in the kitchen. Fire was too hot for him. And then now he's in fire with his own people because you apologize for telling the truth. And then you go play victim. Well, I don't know what I do. I criticize my own people. Well, you criticize because you jumped off the fence when you actually had a point. That's why you're getting criticized by your own people, because your people know what you're talking about, and they fully support it. And anybody that read the Bible should also fully support what he's saying. But I know they won't, because that's that Christianity way of, oh man, that's that feel good. That's that feel good. There's a lot of stuff in the Bible. A lot of people ain't really ready to see and really ready to find out. And Nick touched on it, and he got cold feet. That's really what it comes down to. He talked
and even
about something
in the Bible too. When you really start speaking that truth, people ain't gonna always agree with you. And,
nah, it's unpopular. It's unpopular. So you gotta be willing to stand in that fire, right? Nick Cannon's supposed to be producing the documentary by for Dr. Sebi, right? And all of that other stuff. He's so pro-black. So what you apologizing for? What are you apologizing for?
You wanna know what's crazy, bro? You wanna know why Jordan is so great?
It's Jordan?
Yeah, Jordan, because he did just that. All his opinions, everything that he went under fire for. So what? AI. None of these people's names or legacies are tarnished. Like, They're just outspoken. They just know to be outspoken people.
And that's true.
Nick was losing that bag, bro. So that's why he felt that he needed to come out and say something.
He said, let me come up with a controversial statement to show people that I still could pull numbers to my show. No.
I can see that. I can see that as well. I can most definitely see that. I mean, that's what we do in podcasts, right? We pick the most interesting topics to talk about, because who really trying to sit here and listen to something boring? So, you know, I mean, I don't disagree that Nick probably did that, but Nick is also conscious enough that I've seen, you know, his knowledge in our history. So I can also say he probably said that because he actually really meant that. There's a lot of you know, people in hip hop that know we're the people of the Bible, that we're the real Israelites. Kendrick Lamar said it. Kendrick Lamar said, I'm an Israelite. Don't call me black no more. He said that in a song. Richard T. Jackson, he stayed with his fringes on. You know, so there's plenty of these celebrities that know, what are you apologizing for? That's my thing. I don't understand why you apologize.
You want to know what the difference is? Like I said it before, the first thing, like my first point, how you do things. You don't have to say things to necessarily speak for something. It's just a statement. You know?
Let me tell you what's crazy. He really only got in trouble for talking about Jewish people.
Covering the Reebok sign on his uniform at the Olympics, receiving a gold medal. You feel me? It's just like, bro, you don't have to say anything.
I don't know. He probably wanted some click, not clickbait, because it wasn't clickbait. He probably wanted some highlight bulletin board material, and he got it. And when he got it, he didn't think that it was going to go over the way that it went. When they start pulling that money, you know, told him, you know, see you later. He wasn't expecting that, and he decided that he needed to apologize. That's what I don't understand. And then you get mad at us for getting mad at you for doing. I don't get it, man. Like, I don't get it. To me, that's a sellout. That's the true definition of a sellout. Because if you're gonna go on that mountain and you're gonna scream and you're gonna scream at the top of that mountain, you gotta be prepared to take that. You gotta be prepared to take whatever comes with that.
Because that means you're accepting of being wrong.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
You already knew where it's gonna come from, because Deshaun Jackson was just last week. You knew what was gonna come.
There you go. There you go.
For real? This shit been going on.
That's a sellout to me. That's what I call a sellout. Because you knew.
We didn't know he wasn't a sellout though. Like, in a black culture, I'm pretty sure. Like, Nick Cannon is a sellout. Like,
but Nick had gotten
when the show came out, when Wild 'N Out came out on public TV, it was like, oh, this nigga selling out for the white niggas. Like,
yeah, that shit was corny. That shit's still corny to me, which is the reason why I say I don't really watch it like that. Every now and then, if they got, you know, depending on who the guest is, I may check in if I'm scrolling through. But, you know, I thought Nick had already kind of got back into everybody's good graces, because once Nipsey died and they were saying he was going to take over, you know, the Dr. Sebi documentary and all of that stuff.
Publicist.
Everybody loved it, but everybody was loving Nick.
That was Nick's publicist pushing.
I get it, but I'm just saying he was in everybody's good graces. Like, everybody loving Nick until this happened.
Who everybody?
Social media. When it came out,
go ahead, keep going. Who's social media?
When it came out that Nick was going to do this, and the Shade Room posted it all over in the Shade Room got one of the biggest platforms on Instagram. When the Shade Room posted it that Nick Cannon was going to take over that documentary, the amount of comments of support for Nick Cannon was crazy. That's just on Instagram. That's just on one blog site. We're not talking about College Kid. We're not talking about Say Cheese. We're not talking about DJ Academics. We're not talking about all the other regular celebrities and actors and actresses and basketball players, football players that actually tweeted out in support of Nick Cannon. Like, bro, he had a lot of support when that came out. Like, a lot of support. And that's the reason why he probably feels the way he feels now. Oh, my own community turned on me. Well, there's a reason why. You know, it's a reason why. Who say fuck that? Yo, wow. But yeah, like that. That's a reason. Like he got back in people good grace. People still thought he was corny. I'm not saying people like liked him like, oh, like Nick my dog, but I'm just saying like he was back in the graces of our community because he was doing something that at the time people thought was so significant because Nipsey Hussle was doing it.
And what happened with that?
It's still going on. I just seen some last week saying that that they was finishing up or doing something. That was last week on the Shade Room. I provided the post. I don't come on here and cap.
Do y'all think 50 Cent's gonna make? Do y'all think 50 Cent's just trolling, or you think he's really making that show with Michael Blackson?
Nah,
50 Cent is always trolling.
He trolling.
That's what he does. He's the king of trolling.
But would you watch it? Would you watch it?
No. No.
Not
me. I wouldn't watch it.
I'd watch it.
I have a preference and stuff that I watch, and that ain't really.
Well, 50 wouldn't even make that type of content. Like he too good at his content. Like
like the stuff that 50's done.
That's true. Storytelling and shit.
Talk about that.
I agree.
Solid work.
Speaking of somebody with some solid work, though, well, I guess I can't really say solid work because he ain't really won no ring yet. Been to the finals one time, lost, played like trash. And that's James Harden. I know you seeing look at who we talking about. So James Harden has also caught fire. For people who don't know, James Harden had caught the coronavirus and he was late getting to Orlando. He did not travel with the Houston Rockets down to Orlando. He arrived a few days ago. And yesterday he has been catching fire because he wore a face mask that shows support for the police, the Blue Lives Matter face mask. And people has been getting on him. Trey Songz came out and he and I quote, Trey Songz said, "This certified clown shit. I say it for everybody who's scared. Fuck out of here." Young Thug came into support of James Harden. Young Thug tweeted out, he said, "Just so you know, James Harden's my brother. By the way, he don't have internet, so he obviously don't know what's right or wrong. If he posted something that's against us, but I hate when rappers get in niggas' business like it can't happen to them. Buster, let niggas clear they shit up." So I'm gonna ask you 2 questions, Dano the Don. Do you have a problem with him showing support for the police, wearing the Blue Lives Matter face mask? And 2, do you buy Young Thug's I won't say excuse for him, but I'm gonna say his explanation for him when he said James Harden don't have social media, so he don't know what's right or wrong. So first question, what is your thoughts on the face mask? Number 2, are you buying Young Thug's explanation?
Excuse.
For Harden?
First off,
do you feel what Trey Songz said? I forgot about Trey. Trigger Trey out here.
Real nigga.
Out here letting them have
it. First off, I'm gonna say I don't agree with him wearing that. Even if that's his point of view, I don't feel like it's the place or time because there's too much going on right now, and they have too much of a platform. Because right now it's just like it's like it's the black man's house is on fire, and the fire department is putting out the fire of the black man's house right now. We need to focus on that with who we can. In the same token, but further going with that, we also need to focus on our own community when I say that, obviously. But that's a whole nother subject. I don't agree with him wearing the Blue Lives Matter because this ain't that it's not the movement for that right now. Because that's actually just a movement that was started to obviously combat the Black Lives Matter. Because that's even worse than all lives matter, if you ask me, in the sense of where it is. But and then on the second term, Young Thug is irrelevant. He was cool once upon a time. He's irrelevant.
You're wild.
Hey, I want you to address Nova before you get into your answer here. Hey, Dano, put that comment back up on the screen.
Fuck Young Thug.
Hey, Nova, I want you to address that.
Which part?
The whole thing. This right here, the comment that's on the screen.
I had to take it down. That's hate speech. Just
shame. Yo, like, shame.
Yeah, that's that
what
one's
that's
tough.
what James
Go
Harden
ahead.
deserves. Like,
ooh, that's a good point though.
But it's not a fire in both houses. It's only and even if there is, it's only because of what happened. We're talking cause and effect, right? So
I'll say, okay, this is what I'll say. I'll say we're in the same apartment complex. Let's say we're in a really big apartment complex, and the black house apartment is on fire like a motherfucker.
You cannot.
The other house is feeling the burn. They're feeling the burn a little bit, but it's from the flames. The flames of this, of the house of the black people.
You can't convince that of me. When they're the ones with the guns, they're the ones with the badges, they're the ones with the authority of everything. That so you can't say that their house is on fire. No, it's not. Like how's their house on fire? What has happened to them that put their house on fire? Please explain.
Let me dissect this for you real quick.
Go ahead, do it for me.
First of all, they are under fire in the countrywide sense. They are under fire. In the sense where they have in several cities across America, they have been ran over and still haven't been able to take back control of their fucking police stations. That is unacceptable. You know what I'm saying? That's a huge loss.
Is it? Is it though?
It isn't in the grand scheme of things. I feel you on that. Just being of army mindset. You know
my best friend, bro. My best friend.
You know?
His mom and his dad are both cops. His mom and his dad. My best friend got his name tatted on me. His mom and his dad were both cops. But that doesn't mean that just because I know people that are cops. Hell, I stay right next door to one, bro. And he's one of the nicest people I ever met. He always talked to me. He pulled my weeds when I don't feel like going outside. He pulled the weeds outside for me. That doesn't mean that their house is on fire, bro, for getting their feet put to the fire for bad policing. You don't get to bad police and then when shit happened to you, cry wolf. Like that, like you don't get to do that and say that your house is on fire. No. We're just making you do what you're supposed to been doing from the beginning. That don't mean you're on fire. That just means, hey, people are holding you more accountable. So if that's what you mean by their house is on fire, then yeah, I guess their house is on fire. But what's different now than what we really seen? Because we really haven't heard nothing about no police getting that was during the riots when they shooting rubber bullets at random people. I don't care what happened to you at that point.
I feel like what I will say, he was I feel like James Harden doing that or making that statement, he realizes he has access to hella from the age of 13 through 25, he has very much a lot of influence over them. And if he feels like he could get the message to them, yo, don't be in the case we were just talking about, don't fight the police. They aren't the enemy, right now. So I feel like that's what he was trying to get across. However, again, in the situation we were talking about just before this, with the Nick Cannon situation, it's how you do things. Now, I'm not saying he didn't choose the right way. You know what I'm saying? Almost like with Kaepernick and the kneeling situation. But what I will say is it's bro, just say it then. If that's what you meant, say that. Tweet that. You I guess you don't have a social media, whatever the case may be, bro. You feel me? Make a YouTube channel. Do something, bro. If you really feel that strongly about the subject, you'll figure out a way to be
all that media access they got.
You feel me?
Yeah, that's why I say it wasn't the place for that. Because I understand where he's coming from, but it wasn't the place.
Which is really why I don't
say Black Lives Matter stuff.
That's why I don't necessarily have a problem with what he did. Because, like I say, I know people that's police officers personally. I know them. So it's not that I have a problem with the police. It was just I feel, as Dano said, it's just not at this point in time. It's not this is not the time for you to do that. Like we've seen rappers and all these and celebrities. We've seen everybody socialize with the police. You know, in a good way, joking, doing this. Police pull up to the neighborhoods. They shoot basketball with the kids. Like all of them ain't bad. Let's not. Don't get me wrong while I'm up here saying this stuff about them. All of them ain't wrong, but
in the black community, we know that too. We know that they not harm to us. Like we know that. Like you know what I'm saying? Like we know all cops aren't bad. So like that misconception shouldn't be a thing, but that's the media again.
Yeah, it's the media. So that's my thing. You know, I just feel it wasn't the right time. It wasn't the place for you to do that. And for Young Thug to say, "Oh, he don't got no social media, so he don't know what's right or what's wrong." You telling me he don't live in a society? You like like you telling me that?
Yeah, it was just a cop out answer. It was a silly answer. It's a cop out.
Cop out answer. And I'm glad Trey Songz came out in here and he said what he said, because there's a lot of people that probably felt that way that just won't say nothing because they too scary. And that's what I'm saying. Like, stand on that. Stand on everything you say. You better stand on it. They matter because they're part of the problem. Dano, what you think of that question?
That's exactly what I was coming from. They're getting burnt because their feet are the ones stepping on the flag.
I'm talking about what she just said right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they're part of the problem. So is white people, but we get mad when they say all lives matter. So what's the point? They're part of the problem. That's why.
I think a lot of people are focusing on the main problem, and the main problem is just training and getting the bad people out.
Well, that'll never work. Staying right here in some sports. Rachel Nichols, very well known ESPN analyst, reporter, whatever you want to call her, sportscaster. Obviously, they're down in Orlando right now for the NBA, the restart to the NBA season. And the report came out about 2 or 3 days ago, that an unidentified ESPN employee recorded her in her hotel room in hopes of tarnishing her career. But looks like, and he released that footage to Deadspin, and now supposedly he's could be facing criminal charges, rightly so. What are you doing filming a woman for in her hotel room? So Nova, I know we talk sports a lot. What do you think of this? And I won't ask you who you think it is, because there's so many ESPN employees, and we don't necessarily know every male ESPN employee down in Orlando right now at Disney for that. But what is your overall thoughts of this? He recorded her, and apparently this video was 30 minutes long. So it wasn't just like he recorded for 30 seconds or something like that. 30 minutes he sat there and recorded her in her room. What are your thoughts?
Dudes is creeps, bro. In every workforce, period. But not only that, I was just thinking about it as you were talking, and I'm like, that's Doris Burke. Like, you feel me? Like, that's the one. Like, if you want to hit any like sportscaster in the world, or the freak, like, you know what I'm saying, you think you want to know what's going on, it's Doris, like, you know. So maybe you just wanted to, like, yo, I really feel like it was just like nigga probably do that shit on the regular, bro. And nigga be support because shit is so hot.
So do you think it was jealousy? Because
it wasn't. Yeah, I feel like, yo, nigga,
because we know Rachel Nichols is a very prominent ESPN employee. Like, she has her own show, The Jump. She does the pre-basketball shows for the games. So she has a lot of stuff going. So do you think that this could be a little envy, a little jealousy? Why? Yeah. Because apparently he did this in order to hurt her career. That's what the report said. He did it to hurt her career.
Definitely somebody she's probably close to, for sure. I would say somebody she trusts.
Or she probably gave him something. You think so?
Tight, you know, and didn't want to give him no more.
That's probably what it is. Dano, what would make you film a woman? Not you. I'm just saying, just general. What would make you film a woman in her hotel room for 30 minutes? What could you have on her that would hurt her career?
You put it in fight.
She's in
I
her
think
room.
I think the dude was just a pervert, bro. I think the dude was just a pervert, and he was trying to get some kind of. And if it is career related, maybe he was trying to get some photos and manipulate her by saying, if you don't do this, I'm gonna put this out. And yeah, blackmail. He was probably trying to blackmail her, but who knows, bro? There's some perverts out there too, bro.
Oh, most
There's
definitely.
perverts.
Most definitely.
So,
That's why I brought up the. It wouldn't have really been podcast worthy on this platform, but it's just it. You know, with what's going on now, and then you think, why would you? Why? You know, why would you sit there and record this woman in her hotel room? Like what did you think was gonna come out of this when you turn that in? Like you're not a private investigator. You're not a police officer.
But I'm sitting here trying to figure out like why, like
what could you get?
yeah. Was he like was she like? Did you think she was gonna be fucking somebody or like what's up? Like what?
And that's what I'm saying. And that's why I asked you the question. That's why I asked you the question. Do you think that he's envious? Because what could you gain from getting Rachel Nichols in trouble? Like you're a male. What can you gain? Like, do you think they're gonna give you the jump or something? And so, like, do you think that they're gonna give you more responsibilities?
That's why I feel like it got to be somebody that she trusts, like somebody that there was a relationship there, but it wasn't that, like you know.
And you know she's married too, so that'd be crazy, you know, to come out and find out now that there's a scandal or whatever. Now we will be reporting on this news as the news come out.
I feel like they had a relationship. It just wasn't supposed to go there, and this wasn't that for this because it's too many eyes right now in that bubble.
On God, bro, and really you don't know how many ESPN employees are down there. Like, obviously some of the big names are down there, you know, but
I think you made a good point. It's probably happening on the regular.
You feel me? And just
I
like
think
now, my career right now. Oh, your career. You've been doing this. You gonna pick your career over me?
Which is the reason why he probably knew to record her. You know, that's a good point. That's a very good point. You know,
would even get close enough, get in her room to like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, it's
because where is he recording her from? Like, did he set up something in her room? Is he recording her from across the the breezeway? Like, how did he set these cameras up?
That answers everything too, right there. How deep it is, because it's deeper than just him. Then, if you think about it, because how did he get in the room to even do that shit in the first place?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, where did he record her from? For 30 minutes, he sat up there and recorded this woman in her hotel room.
Imagine he was standing at the window just holding his phone and shit.
Like, I can see it. I can see it on some creep shit. On some creep shit. On some creep shit. Some stupid ass shit up here recording somebody. Somebody else that I think did some stupid ass shit though. I don't know if y'all seen, just to switch subjects real quick. I don't know if y'all seen. Did y'all see Offset bought his daughter Culture? I think Culture's about 3, because I'm sure she's a little bit older than my son, but a little bit younger than my daughter. So I think she's around 3. Anyways, he bought her a Birkin bag. Now, for y'all who don't know how much a Birkin bag costs, we're talking about somewhere like don't that bag cost like $40,000 or something like that for a Birkin bag? Now he bought her this Birkin bag that she only played with for literally about 3 seconds. So that brings me to the question that I want to ask, and I'm gonna kick it to you first, Nolan. When you have a lot of money, I guess you don't know what to spend it on, right? Like I guess you done bought as much cars as you want. You done bought all the jewelry. You done bought all the clothes. You done bought all of this stuff, right? Would it ever cross your mind to buy your daughter, 2-year-old, 3-year-old daughter, a $40,000 Birkin bag? Now you got it. Listen, I'm broke. So I'm hating. But don't you think that can be? Now I'll never tell anybody how to spend money on their kids. I'm just saying I know kids. I got 4 of them. My kids like simple shit. Like let's go play with the iron and with the cord for the iron. Or let's go play with some stupid shit. You know, $40,000 to buy your daughter bag. Do you think, for me, in times like this, you got communities that's stricken, poverty stricken, communities that you probably come from. There probably could have been something better that he could have did with that. What you think? Do you think these celebrities just? I don't really get it. $40,000 Birkin bag for your daughter that ain't even gonna play with that, don't even know what it is, don't care about it. What's the point?
It wasn't for us. It was. I mean, it wasn't for his daughter. It was for us.
Yeah, I was about to say. Yeah,
That's a
you
good
said it
point.
back. I
That's
see
what.
I
that.
like the way you put that.
And
Say that
second
again.
of all,
Say that again. I like the way you said that. Say that again.
it wasn't for his daughter. It was for us.
Mhm.
That's
Period. That
social
meant
media area, right?
like just doing some whole Mick asshole shit. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, like when you watch the video, she literally he gave it to her and she was like, "Yeah, that's cool."
She don't even
But
know what it is.
yeah, she like what a Barbie doll. Like she put it on her arm like this right here, but bro, literally, dog, she took it right off. Like I swear, like, oh okay, yeah, that looks cute, bro, and she gave that shit right back. And it's like, bro, like this girl wants some Barbie dolls. Like,
I think
No, for real.
I think in general it's just excessive. Like even if I had the money, if I was him, I probably wouldn't do that. I probably put a little more thought into what I'm about to give my daughter. But that's just me.
Birkin bag, Dano. I know you got two girls over there. You buying
Yeah, I
you buying
got two
your
girls over here. Got
bags.
two girls of my own and the son. That's a lot of kids. I would not buy them something like that. That's silly. Because not only is it bad to buy them things like that, it sets them up to expect that in life.
Exactly.
And that's already setting them up for failure. I want my kids to do better than me. I don't care how good I do. They better do great. And if I get a million in my lifetime, I want them to get a billion. And I'm not going to set them up for failure by giving them shit and never teaching them the real
Value of what it means to have something.
value. There it's deep, yeah, but I'll just say
No,
the
I know
value of
I
anything.
know what you mean.
But it gets deeper than that because it's some real deep shit that it does to us. And a lot of people don't want to admit that, and a lot of people try to spoil their kids, even when we don't even got it like that. There's a lot of people in our community that we can't even lie about buying their kids Jordans, which don't really make sense either. The kids don't even like Jordans. They want the shoes with
With the lights
the
on.
tails and the unicorns on them shits. But we buy them because we're be like, hey, look, hey, my kid got these, and then we got it on our Instagram and shit.
Hey, I
Like
learned that from my first daughter, bro. The
for
one
real.
time, well, not the one time because it was more than one, but the one time that I just paid $100+ for some J's, and she go right outside and scrape the mugs from the top of her foot all the way across the
And I
across the concrete.
definitely,
I realized
but
then, yeah, I ain't doing that no more.
but the way you set them up is you save money and you teach them how to save money. That's how you set them up in life. You don't set them up by getting them shit that just has a lot of
That's
value because it has.
irrelevant. That's irrelevant.
The thing
It's
is,
a
things that
purse.
have value don't always have worth, and that's what people don't understand. Just because you get a $1 million pair of shoes, there's no worth in that shit. And
You have to understand as a human being, you have to work for what you get. The shit isn't just handed to you. Shit isn't just given to you. You feel me? Like that
no,
isn't.
and I agree with that too. I agree with what
You
she
feel me?
said.
So by you like the fact that he's gifting her at 3 years old, he's giving her a Birkin. Like at that age, it was just amazing to me. Like
Bro, you know, some adults don't even know what Birkins is. Obviously, she don't. It's just for me, bro. Like I
you
just
know,
think, and
like
it's
you,
his money.
yeah,
You do
like
whatever you want.
that's the standard you set in. Like I can't imagine who the fuck her husband gonna be like.
Yeah, bro. Like I'm telling you, and it's gonna really set your son. It's gonna really set her up because dudes ain't like that, bro. Like
And
me,
that's the
I've never
cycle.
been. I've never been the type to spend money on a woman unless I know she can do it for herself, and she's not basically she doesn't want she doesn't just want me to just be buying her stuff. And I think when you buying a 3-year-old a $40,000 purse, I don't get the significance of that. Like, what can she do with that? Like, honestly, it's a
benefit.
purse. You know, like I don't really get it. It's his money though. He do what he want. That's his daughter. I just wanted to bring it to, you know, little topic of discussion on basically some of the stupid shit that these celebrities
He
spend.
flipping burgers. That's his choice. He better be the best motherfucking burger flipper.
Burger flipper, yeah. Like,
get it how you can live. Get it how you live.
Yeah, like it just doesn't look like we about to lose Nova right here. But it's just I don't know, man. $40,000 for a purse to me just seem a little bit excessive. But like I said, he makes his money.
You back. We back on.
He does what he want to do with his money. I just think $40,000 on a purse is a little expensive. Going to your man though. Well, it ain't your man, honestly, Dano. It's actually Nova man. Obviously, Kanye has said that there's a report that Kanye is reportedly stepping down from wanting to run for president. I didn't think he had the qualifications in the first place, but Bruce Jenner said that he wanted to be his vice president. Yo, man, yeah, I'm glad you're back. Just in time for this. Your man Kanye and his daddy-in-law. His daddy-in-law say he want to be his vice president, bro. What the fuck is going on? I'm just gonna ask you like that, bro. What the fuck is going on? Kanye want to be president.
Crazy shit, wouldn't it, though?
We got Bruce Jenner want to be the vice president. What the fuck is going on, bro? Like,
that was the end of America, bro.
You think?
No. Not because of Kanye, just the principle. Meaning the principle across the world, how they would look at us at that point because of the vice president.
Well, they already look at us crazy now anyways. Hell, look at the first lady.
Because of Donald Trump already. So, but I'm saying, imagine, we don't need any more, bro. We don't need any, like.
First of all, I think we will flourish, but that's just my opinion.
You think we will flourish? Tell me why. Don't stop there.
If they was to make it into, like, you know, if he was the president and he was to be, just because, like, yo, as like, it will almost be like when David Stern became commissioner of the NBA. Like, they're gonna take it worldwide. They're gonna take us global.
I don't think Kanye would be a good. I don't think neither one of them would be a good idea.
I'm not thinking about the marketing, but that's just that end of it. But secondly, like, I'm not even gonna feed into the hype. That's if, like, you know what I'm saying. If it happened, I'm not gonna say it can't, because this is America. But
hey, Donald Trump became president.
What I will say though is, like, yo, Kanye is about to drop a Yeezy collab with Gap. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, again, we gonna be talking. We hit this subject. We hit this point on every subject we talked about today. Propaganda, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, media, like.
That's all life is. That's all life is in America. It's a propaganda circle of bullshit. Everything.
Oh,
did y'all see Tamar Braxton almost she committed suicide? I mean, almost committed suicide, attempted suicide. I hate saying, I do think we're gonna fail big time if Kanye. But hold on, let's tackle this before we go to Tamar real quick. I don't think Kanye globally. I think Kanye will be good for the economy because of who he is, probably the cachet that he probably brings. Globally. On the other hand, there's more.
I think Kanye 2024.
I wouldn't say Kanye no time. It's just me, because
I think we can do Trump 2020. Trump 2020, Kanye 24.
You can't have antisocial people running the country.
Yeah,
like as good as I think.
You gotta realize it's not the president making most of the decisions. You know what I'm saying?
No.
It's not the president making any decision. This is the thing. I'm gonna say this because I just made a video about this. It don't matter who the president is. It don't matter who the president is.
The
To be honest,
does make some decisions. He don't just he don't just sit there.
How marketable are you?
Bro, the president is the face person for America.
I ain't mean to feed into him. I ain't mean to feed into him. Right? I ain't mean to feed into him, but like,
bro, that's all he is.
Realize, bro.
I can break this down right here. I got a picture right here that could easily break this down. Because this is something we was all taught back in middle school.
We ain't
okay, let's get to the party.
I don't really think
the three checks and balances of the government. Let's think about this. Let's just read off what the president's party does. Think about it. The executive party is the president, right? And they're who carries out the laws. That's their whole job. Who really carries out the laws in society?
Stop reading off a screen and tell me, or stop reading off a piece of paper and tell me everything that you want to tell me.
Bro, okay. Let's keep this simple. Legislative party makes law. Executive party carries out laws. Judicial party interprets law. It's that simple. It's that simple, bro. You're being too emotional, bro. I'm putting it straight. This is the shit we was taught in middle school, bro. This is simple, bro.
He didn't hear nothing I said, right? That's why he going through this whole soliloquy here. This ain't emotional. You just don't know Dano like I know Dano. I'm not emotional right now. This is me saying, go ahead, Dano, do your thing, talking about something irrelevant. Like, because he didn't hear what I said. That's so huh?
No, it's Max Kellerman.
Yes, bro. Thank you. I'm glad somebody's seeing this because it's like he clicked like it ain't about being emotional. It's about Dano being Dano, and it's like you sitting here telling me the president got no power. That's idiotic.
He don't. Tell me what the president can do.
I'm pretty sure the president just signed an executive order into office saying that.
No, I'm gonna answer this question. What was the excuse? Why? Remember when Obama was in office? Why couldn't he do anything?
He did Obamacare. I'm sure the House.
What was the biggest reason why he couldn't get anything done when he was in office?
Did he or did he not get Obamacare done? That was.
Why did everything get? Who turned down everything when he was in office?
The House.
Exactly.
What's next?
Okay, now who's in the House? Who's in the House? Who's in the House?
Well, now the people that's in the House are mainly Republicans.
Name one.
You name them.
I can't. Straight the fuck up.
So why are you gonna ask me a question that you can't even answer?
Because that's my point. Because they're in office for about 51 years. The longest one was in there for 51 years. We're so worried about the president, and the president don't do shit. We let the people be in there for a long ass time. We don't even know who the fuck it is no more. When we go in to vote, you can only vote for them every 6 years, and that's where it's gonna be. Only 1/3 of them even get voted in and out. So if you look at the longest term of the congressman, there was one that was 51 years. How? Because we don't be paying attention to shit. So America ain't gonna change in 51 years. The problem is the people who make the laws, the people who carry out the laws, because they say that the president's job as the executive, and I'm gonna read it exactly as it is because I ain't making anything up. So how does the president carries out laws? How does he do that?
You tell me. You the one teaching the class, then. Don't teach the class.
He don't. The feds and the police do. The feds and the police are the real executive party. Simple. The president is nothing but a face person. He's nothing but the mascot for our country. He's nothing but Ronald McDonald. And I said that in my video, I think. Yeah, he's Ronald McDonald for our.
The president does a lot more than what you're talking about, Dano, than just signing stuff into office. The president's job is also to go and talk to other leaders, which is the reason why China fucking hates us and all these other countries hate us. So when you're talking about, the president does a lot because he's the person that goes talk to everybody. The
face. As I'm saying, bro, you're agreeing with it. His only job is to go talk. The face of America. That's it. This is their job.
You say he doesn't do nothing. The president has a bigger job than just making laws, putting stuff into
until we realize who is in the house, the parties, because the only real people who represent, since I'm gonna keep giving lessons out real quick, is the House of Representatives. That's the only people who really represent the people, and their terms are only 2 years long.
They don't represent the people.
More so than anybody else. More so than anybody else. You know why? Let's see what. Damn, bro. Damn. I should just say, man, y'all go to my video.
Teach the class, Dano.
You know how you become a president, Dano?
Huh?
Do you know how you become a president?
Nah. How did Trump become president?
Do you know? And seriously, do you know how you become a president?
He don't know. That's why he answering you like that, bro.
Huh?
Yeah, I don't know, bro.
You run a campaign. You run a campaign. You run a campaign in a series of ads and a series of marketing strategies that are strategically at specific groups, where you know you're going to get certain results based on these analytics, right?
I agree, but that's still my whole point is okay.
Let me finish.
Let me put this on you so I don't keep talking. You're telling me
for real though. So based on these analytics, this is very strategic in that sense. So in that sense, yes, the Senate and the House does have say in who they will rather want to represent the face, right? Who will want to be the face of this company of America, right?
Yeah.
What is your resume? What have you done? What have you accomplished?
But that's what I'm saying. Trump coming into office shows that none of that matters, bro. Being a president, none of that matters, bro.
It does, because they got the person.
How do you become the student body president in high school?
It's the same thing. You just have to be the popular person, the popular opinion. But let me read this.
So what the fuck? So why don't you think the president has any pull?
Because he doesn't have actual pull. How does he have pull? What pull does he have? What pull?
You're only talking about laws, Dano. There's more to being a president than signing laws into office.
Okay, what pull does he have? What pull does he have?
President than just
okay, and I'm gonna tell you the representative, the one that I was saying is a 2 years. I'm gonna tell you what they do: introduce bills, resolutions, offer amendments, and serve on committees. That's the closest thing they have for people who do something for actual people. Prove me wrong.
You said the president don't.
The problem is
the president has a lot of power. He has the right to take a whole country to war. What are you talking about? What are you talking? Do you know who they say the commander in chief is of the military? It is the president.
If he sends us to war,
not the colonels, not the generals. It's the commander in chief. Says Donald J. Trump. That means he does more than just sign stuff in the office, like you keep referring to.
It's deeper than I think. I'm just
signing stuff into office, bro. There's more to being a president than that. So
what do you? I'm gonna ask you.
All Trump do
off of all that other. Okay, I understand, bro. If the Congress and the Senate and everybody didn't agree on going to war, and the president sent somebody to go to war,
he has to say so. Only him.
They can't, bro. They can't go against it. They can't go against it. They can't go against it, bro.
Oh my God, they can go whatever against they want, bro. He is the commander in chief. Do you know what that means? Do you know what that means? That means he get the say so.
Do you know what checks and balances are, bro?
It doesn't work in military, Dano. Who gives a fuck about checks and balances? We're talking about what the job of the president, and his only job isn't to just sign stuff into office. That's not his only job. He can fuck us over in many other different ways. Just before this corona shit happened, everybody talking about, oh man, we finna go to World War III. I don't remember the Senate and the House and all that other stuff being the reason why. I'm pretty sure that was because of Trump, right?
How?
How? What do you mean? We've been fighting.
No, because I know how.
And then he killed a general. He did that. That wasn't Congress. He did that. Why do you think they got a warrant out for his arrest? They didn't say, oh, we got a warrant out for the House and the Senate. They literally said, America is fine. We care. We just want your president. So yes, you can say, oh, the president just a placeholder. Like we don't fucking know that. Like we didn't learn that. But you act like that's his only job. That's not his only job. He has more jobs than that. He has to run a country. He has to run a military. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, dog, like, you don't even hear yourself when you be saying this stuff. Like, what are you talking about? The president can cause a lot of different stuff. Man, bro, what are you talking about? And you trying to educate me?
If you say so, bro.
I took AP history every year in high school. I know what I'm talking about.
Everybody, please research this and see what you come up with.
What? Research. What
would really happen, bro? What would really happen if because you're right. But then they can repel it, bro. They can bring it back. They can.
No, they can't. If the president say we going to war, guess what? We fucking going to war.
Hello.
We going to war. I don't care what you talking about. The House, Senate, none of them got nothing to do with the duties of the military. He's the commander-in-chief for a reason. They say, Mr. President, what do you want to do? Mr. President. They don't say, hey, let's gather all the Congress up here and let's see if we're gonna go to war. No, they grab a fucking president, they grab his chief of staff, they grab the highest ranked 4-star general that they can find in the White House. They go to the fucking bunker, they make these fucking decisions. It ain't no fucking House, it ain't no Congress. It's the president, the commander-in-chief. That's who say we go to war. That's who say we go to war. The president.
Congress shall have the power to declare war.
That's what our Constitution says. Do you know what shall mean? That mean they on certain levels they got the opportunity or they got the power to do it. The ultimate power comes from the president. The president.
Y'all are all forgetting, bro. America is a company, bro, and he's the CEO right now.
I don't.
I agree. He's the CEO. I agree with that. He's the CEO.
So you're telling me, and we all know in companies that are public, right? Just like any company that are public and stock, you have a board of committee.
Okay, now, do you know what the War Powers Resolution is?
Come on, bro.
Do you know what the War Powers Resolution is?
Teach me, Daniel.
I'll just read whatever this says because I just typed it in. I literally typed it.
That's why you can't really debate with people. How you trying to debate somebody?
Because I already know it's wrong, but I'm not gonna debate with my feelings, bro. I'm gonna debate with laws. With laws, bro. Why would I debate with feelings, bro?
What feelings have I said?
Okay, now what this says?
Hold on. Time out. What feelings have I brought up in this conversation?
No, I said I'm not gonna
argue. No. I'm talking about what you just said. You just said we debating with feelings. What feelings are we?
No, I said I'm not gonna argue from feelings, bro. That's literally what I just said. You're gonna watch this video back and be like, damn, this nigga did know what he said.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna watch it back and I'm gonna hear you say it, and I'm gonna hear you say that, I gotta look it up because I don't debate with feelings. That's what y'all doing. You literally just said that, bro. I asked you what feelings are we debating with?
Bro, if I don't know, all I'm just if anybody doesn't know what they're talking about, they're debating from feelings.
What feelings are we debating with?
Okay, the War Powers Resolution of 1973 is a federal law intended to check the U.S. president's power to commit the United States to an armed conflict without the Consent of U.S. Congress.
He's telling me. Yo. Silly God.
You right, bro. You right.
I swear to God.
You right. You right. You right, bro. You got it. You got it, dog. You got it. I can't, bro. I can't keep going. See, you make people have high blood pressure, bro. Like you I just can't, bro. You know what? Let's move on, man. Las Vegas City Council Republican politician Michelle Ann Fiore, she posted to Twitter herself wearing a mask, but it was actually just a pair of lace underwear, lace panties around her face. And this was the quote that she had. She said, "I don't always take a photo with my mask on, but when I do, it's my N69 mask. Thanks for the lovely messages on my N69 mask. It does come with protection filter. We removed it for the photo to show the detail. Lots of comments on the N69 mask as panties. To those, don't get your panties in such a wad." So these are supposed to be the people that's supposed to be enforcing COVID standards and all of these rules and all of this other stuff. And here they are making a mockery of it, which kind of confirms what most people already been saying from the beginning. Do you think that this is as serious as they say it is, Nova, or do you believe, or I don't want to ask, or do you believe, why is politicians out here making fun of supposedly wearing masks?
You ain't worried about it.
And I don't think we should be worried about it.
Apparently, they out here running the country instead.
You know what I'm saying? With her, I ain't even show the picture, right? With her lace.
Hey yo. Oh. Yo.
Oh my baller alert. But yeah, like these politicians out here making a mockery of it. And it's supposedly such a deadly virus that, you know, everybody should just be staying home and all of this other stuff. But you got city council members out here, you know, putting lace panties around their face, making a mockery of it, tweeting on Twitter, basically trolling people. I don't, and this is why I never thought the virus was as serious as people take it, right? Yes, people dying. Yes, I guess people are getting sick from it. But this is one of the reasons why I always thought that it was kind of not that big of a deal. I mean, here we are 7 months in and we still don't even, 7 months in, we still don't even have a cure for the virus yet. We're not even close to the virus yet. Every week there's something new coming out about the virus. So
clarification. I don't want to just to like clarify your facts. So I was listening to the radio, and apparently the doctors, just a head doctor, it's a female, I forget her name. She's been working on the virus for about 8 months, and a woman and her daughter have volunteered to be the testers for this virus. So apparently they've been getting closer to it, and we should have something by, they were saying, September, if we can have a vaccine. So just to clarify.
My question to you, Dano, let me ask you this, Dano. What is taking so long for this virus? If all of these people they are saying are dying or have died from this virus, why is it taking so long for them to come up with a cure? If hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people's already died, shouldn't it be? Do you think that they should already had a virus already? I mean, some sort of antivirus or antidote, or you think they should have had anything, or you think that they're probably right on schedule?
I don't know. That's a deep thing. I don't really know. I'll be completely honest. I don't know how they go about even getting cures to shit. So I wouldn't know. I'm not. I don't know. I would feel like they would, but that's just because most things that we've come in contact with are something that was already there. In a sense, I feel like there may be a cure, But then there may not be. I'm so on the fence with this shit. I don't know. I don't fucking know.
I just feel like they just like last week sometime, I believe it was last week, maybe 2 weeks ago, for sure within our last two shows, reports come out that now they're getting something out of the brains. Something something came out and they was testing, brain matter, I guess, of people that has already passed away from the virus, and they discovered something new. And I'm like, well, how many people has already died already, and y'all just now doing this? It like for me, I feel like they're dragging their feet. I don't make medicine. I'm not a doctor. I just go by the things that has already happened, and the way that they figure out cures for people is after they die, they see how whatever they do, and that's how they can test and get different cures. All these people have died already, and there's still no cure. We're talking about a cure in September. Like, this virus was already in China before it came here, before it got already bad. They already knew about it. What were they doing for it? I feel that they dragging their feet. That's my opinion. I feel that what they're doing is they're continuing to create mass chaos. As I've always said, chaos creates fear. Fear creates the being able to be controlled. And I think that's what this is. That's a classic case of this, which is the reason why. Because if the virus wasn't that bad, why did they open up doors again? Why? Well, it was never closed, but why? Why restaurants and all these gyms and everybody start opening up beaches and all these stuff before we even had all the real facts? They were still just letting people do what they want to do, and all of a sudden they supposed to come back to us now. And oh man, Florida had 15,000 cases, even though Florida, there was reported that the company that they were using for this testing, they fired them because they was giving out false results. So what do we know? Do we know anything? Do we know anything about the virus? I don't personally know nobody that caught it. I don't know about y'all.
I know every 20 years some traumatic thing happens where the US is in shock completely around, like we're all in awe, and we just have to come together and be as one. That's just every 20 years. It's just that's what it is. It's either a riot or I mean, recently they got. I mean, I feel like the U.S. been more bold than did 9/11. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just every 20 years or something. The like the Black Plague, we could go back to that. Like, it's just different type of things. Like you said, just propaganda to control.
Which that's what the United States of America is good at. Propaganda.
It's a
It's
company.
been that's been a thing in this country forever, and they continue to use it because it works. I mean, you go with what works until it don't work no more. And when you can control people saying that all these people are dying and you're gonna do this, you're gonna get that. That's why you still got people scared to go outside. People still don't even want to go to the store now because they talking about coronavirus, and I, I don't think it's that big of a deal. But however anybody else decide to take it, they do whatever they wish. But we gonna get into one more story before we get out of here. I wanted to get to this one earlier because this is kind of close to where Daniel was at right now. Obviously, he's in Washington, but this happened in Portland, where this guy said that he was in this video showing people look like they're in military attire. They come just arrest him. They put him in a black van. He said they put him in a cell. It was 2 hours before they read him his Miranda rights. Then all of a sudden, he just got released. Now, the U.S. Marshals is under fire for this because supposedly these are U.S. Marshals. They have obviously, made a statement saying that they didn't arrest nobody. They will not confirm whether or not they use unmarked vehicles, which means they do. Obviously, they're the police. But they said they didn't arrest nobody. So what is going on down there in Portland, Dano? That you got guys in military attire taking guys, putting them in cells, and apparently these are not U.S. officials. What you think of this?
I think personally, being over here in Washington, it's like somewhere I ain't never been. I'm used to places where it's really mixed. Over here in Washington, it's like 98% white people everywhere, and everyone will talk about it that you can't go to the wrong places. And I've ventured off into the wrong places, but I've been lucky to be with a couple people and shit. But I it wouldn't be a surprising thing that it's just people who are taking things into their own hands, just taking people that they don't like. And it's crazy to think like that, but out here that's not surprising because there's woods everywhere. If you go outside, there's a whole fucking forest to your right, to your left, every direction you look. And it's too easy to get kidnapped out here. So that ain't nothing too surprising.
No, but what you got? People dressed up military attire. Supposedly, they identified themselves as the U.S. Marshal. That's why he said that. U.S. Marshal said they haven't picked up nobody by that name. These boys getting taken to the dungeon.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it could easily, easily been worked. Something been worked out where these enforcements were allowed to come in and do what they had to do and leave. You know what I'm saying? Could have easily been negotiated with the NPI, CIA, whoever need to get a clearance for that to happen, but they best believe whoever they were, they knew that they was there for that to be caught on camera and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because they wasn't even rushing. I mean, they didn't seem to be in no hurry. They seemed to look like, hey, bro, this is what we do. Like, this our job. And according to him, he said it was 2 hours before he even got read his Miranda rights, and he was already in the cell when they read him his Miranda rights. Then he said about 90 minutes later, well, they wanted to talk to him. He said, I want a lawyer. They wanted him to waive his rights. He said no. About 90 minutes later, they released him. I think something is fishy going on, or that this is what the U.S. government do. They do stuff. They figure that they did something wrong, or they got the wrong guy. Oh, let's cover our tracks, because obviously these people are in unmarked vehicles. You don't know who these people are. You like this guy just walking down the street and he just see two people in uniform, military attire, come scoop him up, and then next thing you know, you in a cell, and then they talking about waiving your rights, and then you just get released. And he said there was no paperwork. He got released, and there were no paperwork. They just released him. And this seemed kind of fishy to me, but we for sure are gonna make sure that we follow up on these stories. For sure, we got to get you guys the Tory Lane Meg the Stallion scoop. We definitely gonna come back with news on that. We will be back here on Sunday night. Make sure you guys tune in to the podcast Sunday night. Be here, be square. Dano, you want to go ahead and start us out before we get out of here?
Everybody. All of us, we got to stick together no matter how much we disagree with each other. We got to stick together because sometimes, everybody can't be as smart as Dano. It's all cool. But at the end of the day, we still got to stick together. We all brothers and shit. And we just throwing our own perspectives out there. I want everybody to be strong, be alpha. Don't settle with being beta. Now, what about you, Noah?
I want to preach today. Don't be afraid to be who you want to be.
Amen.
Unapologetically, bro. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, man, create your own narrative out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? When you're out here, like there's too much propaganda going on. Today that was the running thing, propaganda. So create your own narrative. Figure out a way to take control.
For real.
Y'all already know the vibes, man. Grand Hefe. Make sure y'all continue to download the podcast. Oh, I don't get no close up.
All right, bro.
no. But make sure y'all continue to download the podcast, man. We appreciate all the love and support. YouTube, Real Unpopular Opinion Podcast. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, turn on those post notifications. That way, y'all already know every time that we drop. Anchor. Spotify, Google Play, every audio podcast, Real Unpopular Opinion podcast. Like I said, the Unpopular Opinion podcast website will be up by the end of the weekend. So by Monday, y'all go ahead and start looking forward to go to the Unpopular Opinion podcast. With that being said, Grand Jefe, you already know the vibes. Y'all know the Don, Nova Freeman, Unpopular Opinion podcast.
Peace.
We out.